Welcome, viewers. I've never done a speedrun before. I've been very interested in them, but I had this idea when I just was playing the campaign, restarted it, and I wanted to see how fast I could do the first evil mission, because it felt like I could do it fast, and it was very fun. So I decided to try a whole thing. So you might be asking why I called it a Clueless speedrun, and that's where I get into my gimmick that I can explain. So basically, the idea is that I have not looked at any other speedruns of this game, so I don't know how many have been done. I don't know how fast they've been done. I don't know if they use glitches or anything. I just went through the campaign once on my own and took the notes that I thought were necessary to try to do the campaign objectives as quickly as I can, and what passes each objective, and now I'm just going for it. So if you've watched my previous videos, you'll probably know that Scavenge is my favorite ability. I think it's the best ability. I can get it right off the bat, and I immediately get resources for every enemy unit and building that I have to destroy. So in the first mission, there are a couple things I have to do. So I have to build a goblin cave, build 2 units from that cave. I have to build a tunnel, and then I have to build a fissure and upgrade it so I can build 1 cave troll. And then on the enemy side, I have to destroy 2 tree houses on the other side of the river, and then I have to destroy the main fortress of Caris Galadon, where Galadriel and Celeborn are, in order to end the mission. So in the attempts I've done, usually the buildings would take the longest because the stage doesn't let you go as fast as you can. It talks in between. And the cave troll is usually the last thing to happen, but I made my heroes go a little bit slower because I figured that they would have time, because the elves that are ambushing would go straight to my fortress, which is fine. I should have just let them do that. But then they were a little bit slow going, so then I ended up sending them straight to the fortress later on after the short cutscene showing us where it is, and the mission immediately ends when that was destroyed. So I probably could have shaved off some seconds off this one if I'd send my heroes straight ahead like I should have, but it's not that big because the first mission is, I mean, I don't want to say optimized because who knows if there's any tricks that other speedrunners have done, but for me, pretty optimized.
To eradicate the Elven city. Build us a fissure. We can summon cave trolls from there. You know what to do. Leave this place, lest it become your grave.
And as you might have guessed from me saying that I haven't seen these speedruns before, I didn't know exactly when to end and start my times. So I began my timer immediately when the game booted up, and I clicked onto the next session after the victory logo flashed and disappeared for each mission. But it does show the game time, even though I do try to click through those screens as quickly as possible, obviously, because it's a speedrun. But I did later on, for the end of this video, go frame by frame in order to look at those in-game times.
Excellent. The fissure has been upgraded. Now we are ready to summon the Elf Queen has escaped.
No matter. We will deal.
So in this first run, I used shortcut hotkeys in order to build some structures, which I don't use in every run. Maybe I would try to in order to super optimize my time, but I only memorized the ones in the order for this mission. And as you can see, I'm already having my first issues with AI and controlling, because a lot of the times I'm going to skirt around enemy soldiers just to go straight for a fortress, because usually, more often than not, that will end the objective more than killing all the armies.
The elves of Lorien have been driven from their enchanted forest. tide of darkness from Dol Guldur will now spread to all of the northern lands.
So for Lorien, which I named Karis Galadon in my split titles because I'm a dumb nerd, but I had that pretty down packed, or at least I had a self strategy for it, if not an optimal strategy. But now is where it kind of dips into the realm of insecurity. So, in the gist of things, I basically just have to capture these ports. I have to build 4 ships, and then I have to destroy the incoming ships, which you'll see later that I didn't have amazing ship placement in order to do that efficiently. And then once all of those ships are destroyed, including the warship escorts, then it shows their arrow towers where I can make my bombardment ships to destroy them. So I send 2 bombardment ships over in that area of the map in the northwest in order to destroy them. And then I send 1 to chill out in the northeast with the rest of the warships as far up as the map will let me go at that time. And when I run out of money, I send my Corsairs quickly to take the outpost in the bottom of the screen. And then I have to wait for my transports to slowly go across the water while my ships that are at the top of the screen will automatically destroy the enemy ships. And once the good guys finally land, the reason I kept the bombardment ships near the beach was so that I could destroy the Ents and provide some cover fire, because my armies had some trouble taking them down in my past run that I did as kind of a beta test. But then I immediately want to send them to the right because the ending of this mission will be dependent on taking down the enemy fortresses. So I need my land troops to rush over as quickly as possible, which means I need Gorkill to rush over as quickly as possible because he's my fastest land unit, so that I can clear the fog of war and have my bombardment ships and troops destroy the fortresses and end the mission.
Time to get busy. Hurry up. Get going, you. Is that them? Is that the enemy? Get your knives ready. What are you waiting for? There they are. Get 'em! Come on, you sea rats! No one's gonna stop us! It's them! They're attacking! Come on, you sea rats! There's the enemy! What should we do? Let's grab some plunder. Go on. Steal it. Get your knives ready. They're attacking us. Use the bombard ships to attack structures in the Grey Havens. Another attack. We've captured the building. We're under attack! We've spotted the enemy! It's them again! The enemy! There they are!
The Armada's assembled. Prepare for the assault!
The enemy's fortress! The enemy is on us! Goblins attack! Destroy the elves! Burn it all down! You'll do as you're told!
We're all going to die!
Charge! It's them again! Be quick! We will infest this land!
Line up! Run!
It's them! They're attacking!
The beach is ours! Now build a base and destroy the elven city!
We will swarm over them! Move, beast!
The elves are hiding in the trees! It's an ambush!
It's the enemy's buildings! The enemy! Listen here! Don't stop! Get! Move it! We will swarm over them!
The Grey Haven!
Get to safety!
Kill them all! Leave none alive!
Get ready, goblins!
I knew we should have fled sooner! Now it's too late! Oh, the hubris!
Against the power of Sauron, there can be no victory.
The remaining elves have scattered into the hills. Now the goblins have an ancient debt to pay to the hobbits of the nearby Shire.
On my live split, I originally tried to make icons for each of the individual splits, but there's not really anything in Lord of the Rings that's simple enough for it to show up. So I hope that someone can see the one that I put on the Shire. It was the only one I kept, because I was hoping that someone would get the reference. I'm not going to spoil it, but someone might put it in the comments if they guess it right. So for the Shire, it seems simple enough. There's 4 seats of power that I have to destroy. I have to build a fortress in the spot that it gives me, and then I have to kill all the Dunedain. And I usually save the last seat of power after I kill the Dunedain. So then, as soon as that happens, it's nearby to where Isengard and Wormtongue spawns. And I just have to kill Wormtongue. They'll set up a base and have a bunch of fully upgraded Isengard troops if I let them. But if I just assassinate Wormtongue, the mission will end. So the wild card here, which may not be a wild card if I studied, but since I only had one playthrough, is the Dunedain. I know that they have a base in the bottom right of the map, and I send my units right there after starting to build my fortress. But then they're just scattered throughout the map. Like, they start harassing my troops after building some of my tunnels and my main buildings, just my spider pit, because spider riders are my best way of killing Dunedain and just getting anywhere fast in general. So anyway, my troops get horribly demolished and picked off, but I continuously spawn spider riders and kind of comb the map searching for these Dunedain, and finally when I get the notification that they've died, I select all my troops, which is hotkey Q, so I didn't mention that, but hotkey B is builder and hotkey Q is selecting all my troops, which is very important because with the harder missions later on, actually not even later on, I even use it in Fornost, is I keep units being summoned while I send my previous units to their death without much regard for them in order to keep up my speed. And when I select Q, then it selects all my troops, including the ones that are being created, to send them to the next objective. So I Q select my troops, send them to the final seat of power that's closest to where Isengard appears, and then I finally Q select them to, as I said earlier, just bum rush Wormtongue.
Get him! Ambush! Burn it to the ground! Get the from the mine! Listen here! Alright, spider riders, make some room! Away the spiders! Get ready, goblins! We will swarm over them! It's baggy up! Destroy it! Get it ready! Skeleton ambush! Trample them! Kill! Get rid of them! They can get me now! Get to safe ground! Protect me! They built up over here! It's them! They attacked! Another attack! It's an ambush! Killed our king! Alright, Spy
Spider Riders, make some room! We're under attack! Alright, Spider Riders, make some room! Impose upon them! It's their fight! They're attacking! I've got a clear! Impose upon them! Alright, Spider Riders, make some room! Scrapping goblins! They're coming straight for us! Riders! Keep them moving! Take them this way! Scrapping Rivendell! Move those legs! Keep them moving! Alright, Spider Riders, make some room! Awaken, spiders! They're bombarding us! They're restless! Go! Overrun them! Take them this way! Beat up! Beat on them! So, the Dunedain have set up camp here. Keep them moving! That's 2 seats of power down. 2 more to go. Get 'em ready. Go. We will infest this land. That's 3 seats of power down. 1 more to go. Move those legs. Speed it up. Go. We must eliminate all the Dunedain. Go, spiders, go! Move those legs! Your king speaks! Too slow! Go, spiders, go! Keep them moving! We will slaughter them! Restless! Awaken, spiders! We've spotted the enemy! Overrun them! Impose upon them! That was the final seat of power! Now the hobbits will crumble before us! Retreat! Retreat! At last! The Shire is mine! Too easy! Come on, Sire! It's the orcs from Isengard! What? What are they doing here? I want to extend my gratitude, O great...
Also, not speedrun related, but it's really weird how they programmed this, because they gave Wormtongue super movement up into this random spot in the map, I guess where he's supposed to stay, I guess to give him enough room to build buildings. But I just tailed him down so that the moment he stopped, my Spider Riders and then Mountain Giants could finally finish him off.
Once more, Sauron's warriors stand triumphant.
So Fornost is my first fortress type mission. I guess I should have just called it a siege mission. So what's annoying about it is obviously the walls, but the gates can't be attacked by normal units, which they wouldn't deal much damage anyway. But I am basically forced to use mountain giants, but I have to use them to take out their catapults first. And as you can see, I didn't plan for that super well, and I just sent a lone giant out basically to die by himself. But one thing I haven't mentioned is the powers in the speedrun. So I didn't plan for them very well. I guess I just tried to stay out of the power screen as much as possible. But I try to get all of the summon units because they can just be handy. Especially the summoned Wild Men of Dunland, who I send on the right side to take out the catapults so that I don't have to waste mountain giant time on them, and then focus the attack on the defenses on the left side with my mountain giants. And I also like summoning the Watcher in the Water to deal with pesky groups of enemies that can help me ignore them, because a main strategy of mine is just to ignore enemy units as much as possible. But I did have losses in my beginning attempt because I would try to go too fast and would end up losing the mission because I lose all my units when I wasn't being careful. But anyway, my objective is to break down the gates with mountain giants, and as I mentioned before, my strategy is going to be to build a spider pit, upgrade it so that I can get spider riders, and I'll continuously pump them out alongside mountain giants to continuously attack new targets. And I need to wipe out all the buildings in the inner city. I think there's 4 archery ranges. And then I have to take down the gate, which I just target the one on the right side, because I have to take down the main fortress and the hammer weapon. So I took down the hammer weapon first when I did my beta test for this, but I don't know why. I guess I assumed that it was a bonus objective rather than an objective, so I just beelined straight for the fortress and then had to go back and take out the hammer, which is obviously not as efficient. So that's one thing to consider. But then, you know, also I'm going to watch the world record speedrun, and I'm sure he'll have a bunch of different ideas thrown in there that I didn't even think of to optimize.
Attacking us! Alright, spider riders, make slime the walls! Get going! It's
giant has risen. Regroup. You're falling behind. They're attacking us. A new giant has risen. Get ready, goblins. Slice them. The enemy. It's them again. A new giant has risen. We will swarm on them. Crush this place. Bring them closer. Fear me. Get to safety. Trample them. No spider riders. Nothing will stand. They sacked the builder. Fire! You shall control the riders. Find some room. Too slow. Move, beast. Get. Go. Bow before me, vermin. We will infest this land. Your king speaks. Bow before me, vermin. We are ready. The giant tower. Your king speaks. Crush this place. We will swarm over them. Out of the way. Get ready, goblins. Bow before me, vermin. Spider riders, make some room. Listen here. Get ready, goblins. Here they come. We're under attack. Another attack. Focus your attacks on their weapon of distraction.
Sauron's dominion over Middle-earth draws near.
The goblins have cleared this region of Sauron's enemies. Rivendell is near. But its destruction must wait. For now.
So for Mirkwood, all I have to do is make my way to the north of the map, and then I have to build 5 arrow towers in the designated plots and hold them for 2 minutes in order to secure the road. So in the beginning, the Ents destroy the main bridge that I would have used across, so I have to go around the bend, through the river, and through the other side. And there's a bunch of Ents and their Entmoots there, and I do send my troops to attack them, but first I build up all my buildings to gather the necessary resources, build several lumber mills and slaughterhouses, because I want to get the upgrades for my orc archers. I do want my fire arrows, and I do want banner carriers for any new troops that I make. And eventually I'll make and upgrade a troll cage, but I won't build that until I'm across the river. So I'm going to try to set up a mini base as quickly as possible on the other side of the river, which includes a fortress, an orc pit, and a troll cage, because I'm going to continuously spawn mound trolls and archers to help my heroes take down the elves from east to west in the north of the map, and build towers as I go. So I want to build a surplus of builders to build several towers so that even if one gets destroyed, it doesn't lose my control of the road. So I can definitely gain time. So I'm not sure how well I can ignore the Ents. I just decided to hunt them down and completely destroy them because they're too pesky and too strong, especially against my buildings that I want to pump out new units. I maybe could ignore the spiders. I sent Sheila back to get the spiders, just so I'd have extra troops, but they might be worth it, and it wasn't too much of a time gain anyway. And also the amount of time that I have to use to keep the road is limited when I destroy all the elven buildings. So I think I wiped out about 12 seconds, but I could definitely wipe out the full 2 minutes even, maybe, if I really targeted everything as well as I could have. But, you know, it's my very first run, and I've done no preliminary research on it, so I think it turned out pretty well.
We need fire to burn those Ents to the ground! Fire arrows are ready. Ready your arrows! Hurry up! There they are! Found the Ent base! Burn every last Ent and Entmoot to the ground! got yours, detective. I thought we were done. Move the car.
Attacking us!
What? Build! You'll do what you're told! Nope, not building there! I know!
They're attacking us!
You know what to do! There will be no slacking here!
They're attacking the camp!
Make yourself useful!
Our presence will destroy all who oppose us.
The enemies!
They will not victory. Here. Do not delay. Now, my servants.
You'll do what you're told!
Their courage wanes. Here. Burn them out.
They're attacking us!
We're done with the fortress! There will be no slacking
Put the
here.
trolls in his
We
spear
can't
cave.
build there. We've expanded the order. Another attack!
I sense their frailty. I am the messenger of Mordor.
They're attacking over here!
The Swinelings look dangerous!
Their insolence will not go unpunished. Crush all.
The enemy!
We got yours, detective! They killed the Nazgul! The eye is watching us.
Release the mountain troll!
It's the old forest road. Build sentry towers at the 4 key locations, and the road shall be ours.
We've been waiting on you, Archers! Wait, it's an ambush!
They're sending out their builders. Don't let them get their towers up.
And now who's with us? Over here.
Find the elven bases and destroy them to halt the defense of this road. We need just one last tower. Hurry, you miserable orcs!
Too far away. We've been waiting on you, Archer. They're taking the castle. Get away from it!
We have all of our towers up. Hold them a bit longer, and the road shall be ours.
We've released the mountain trial. We spotted the enemy. Yes, they're coming. It's the enemy's fortress. They're attacking over here. They must fall.
We shall meet them again!
Let all the world fear the darkness.
The elves of Mirkwood are now scattered and demoralized. The remaining few now retreat west to Rivendell. The time has come for Sauron to bring the war to the dwarves. They are a proud people and will not easily surrender.
The Withered Heath is probably the most straightforward level, even compared to the first level, because I'm given a bunch of troops, and I literally just send them immediately upward on the map to free the fire drakes, because there are 4 different groups of fire drakes that I free, and the moment I free them, I have access to them, and having 3 fire drakes is really powerful. The enemy does not have nearly enough firepower or defenses and to deal with that, so I literally just free the closest fire drakes I have, and then go around the map. And a pathing that I kind of choose, I mean, I basically just chose it on the spot. I'd have to do some experimentation to see what the fastest pathing is, but, you know, like I said, very straightforward. Free the drakes, bring them with me on the map, free more drakes, and the moment that I have them done, which I strategically did the northeast one last, because that's closest to the entrance, the strait that I have to travel through to get to Drogoth, and then the moment I reach Drogoth, the level finishes. So this is the fastest mission. I was going to say by far, but I mean, it was like a little bit over a minute quicker than Lorien, but yeah, still, especially in the speedrun, a very decent chunk of time faster than everything else.
Kick down the gate! Free the drakes! Hurry! We must free the drakes before it's too late. Dragon Lord.
They're attacking the builder! We can't see where it's coming from!
Men of Dale are guarding the path to the Dragon Lord's lair. Bring up the drakes. The Dragon Lord, at last. We have come to offer thee, dwarven righteous, fair tidings. I wish to treat with thee on behalf of Sauron the Great.
Let all the world fear the darkness.
The mouth of Sauron enlists the Dragon Lord to help root the dwarves out of Erebor and rid them of their king. The coveted mountain fortress itself will be given as a prize. The time has come for dragons to fight for Sauron.
Before assaulting the mountain, we must
So as you might expect, the final two missions I am most worried about. Maybe Erebor a little bit more than Rivendell, because the biggest possible time sink would be me losing, and I think I have the actual greatest chance of losing for these missions, so I have to be careful. So I'm sending my catapults to the farthest edges of the buildings and to attack the towers, because I don't want my units to take damage later. And I try to destroy these buildings as quickly as possible. Maybe I can test to see what's like the exact minimum amount of houses that I can destroy, or the closest houses, to make it go to the next level, but I just generally start destroying them, and eventually it says I've cleared the area for Dale, and so my main troops and builders show up. I use my builders to start up my resource chain, and the dwarves are very annoying to pick them off, but I try to send my troops as well as possible. And then my two troops of choice, as I've been doing for my strategy for a while now, are mountain trolls that I'll continually make out of my upgraded troll cage. And there's a tavern nearby, and I continuously make cheap corsairs for 200. And eventually, once I've built up a big enough group, and I try to keep my heroes somewhat healthy, then I start advancing north and start attacking the Gate of Erebor. So all I have to do is destroy the Throne of Erebor. I don't have to destroy any specific units, including King Dane. You'll see me checking the objectives for a second, just to see that and make sure. But then yes, I confirmed that all I had to do was destroy the throne, and so I made sure to protect my catapults as much as possible because they do the most damage, and them alongside my mountain trolls do the meat of the work to take down the throne, while my corsairs and remaining Nazgul and Mouth of Sauron serve as meat shields to fend off the very large amount of dwarven troops. I also threw a Watcher in there against some of the more upgraded troops within the area, but I didn't do the placement very well because it started blocking my troops, which, you know, is a time loss, kind of defeats the purpose. But I think overall it did more help than harm.
What? Get pushing! Attacking our resources!
We're finished digging the old...
They're coming with all the fire! Get away from the fire! Nazgul has been slain! They're attacking our players! Fix that attitude of yours! The enemy is on us! All right, get back to work!
The Master's plan must be carried out.
We've expanded the Orc Pit.
Defend the camp!
It's them! They're attacking! Watch out! I got you, maggots! Calm the mills It's the Corsairs from the aid of yours! I don't trust them! Make yourself useful! The banner carriers are here!
Put the trolls in this here cage. We're under attack!
Let our presence be known.
It's the Corsairs from the inn! Another building, all finished up! See anything out there? Give it to us!
They're attacking us!
We've expanded the troll cage! They're nothing!
War not draws near.
It's the Corsairs from the inn! I don't trust them! We're talking! Watch out!
Their hearts are weak.
We're under attack!
Do not let them escape.
Alright, you ready? Release the mountain troll! Who's next? Let's grab some plunder! It's them! They're attacking! It's gonna stop us! Corsairs from the inn!
They are not worthy. I am the messenger of Lorien.
Leave one alive!
Their courage wanes. Forces of Mordor. Attack!
It's the Corsairs from the inn! Pick yourselves back up! Release the mountain troll! Get up, you sacks of lard! Make yourself useful! Time to get busy! It's an attack! It's the Corsairs from the inn! Come on, you sea rats! What's in this new tavern?
We've released the mountain troll.
They're attacking over here. Let's grab some plunder from the inn. I don't trust them. Break that door down! Engage them!
I have been loyal, Master. Save me!
They're attacking us! We'll destroy the place! It's the Corsairs from the inn! We've expanded the tavern!
Walls of the mountain, remember this day, or we will at last defeat the wretched fiends of Mordor.
My sons. I sense their frailty.
It's the full glowing! It's the walls of the Iron Hills! It's the Corsairs from the inn!
Their courage wanes. There's much to do. The Master's plan must be carried out.
The Romans over here too! They're ransacking the They're attacking the stone! Come on, you yellow bellies! Let's grab some plunder! Hit it up now, boys! Party of dwarves approach from the southwest. Be wary.
Against the power of Sauron, there can be no victory.
Just as the dwarves were long ago driven from the mines of Moria, now they've been purged from their mountain home in Erebor.
Frodo, the Free People's last hope, lies dead. Now, all what remains of these people have gathered here at the elven city of Rivendell. As we begin the final siege, the Dark Lord makes his way west.
And now we're to the final mission in Rivendell. So I'm going to complete this whole mission with the goblins, which I'm completely fine with because spider riders are very good, and I also really like mountain giants. And so I do as I have done before, and I get my Goblin King and his Scorpion. I start building my resources, and then eventually get my Spider Pit and Fissure up and going. I do start building a treasure trove, because I did want to improve the damage and survivability of my troops, but I might have shaved off some time by not doing that. I was just, worried that my troops would die beforehand, and that would cause an even greater time loss. So my biggest problem here, after clearing out the far south and getting the outpost and signal flare, then my first issue is dealing with the 4 arrow towers and the myriad of Mirkwood archers, all with Silverthorn arrows, that can just pick off my units. So I have to strategically send in my mountain giants, and then eventually just my whole army, basically to the slaughter. But after a massive Silverthorn arrow gore fest, I do have enough troops that are being consistently made that I send to take out the gate. And then I have 2 fortresses to take down before the main house of Rivendell itself. After destroying the 2 fortresses, I use my 20 power to get the Mordor Rain of Fire, because I figured that it would take less time in order to get that power, due to the amount of damage it would do to the Great House, and I ended up being correct, and it destroys it, winning me the challenge.
What else is there to build? Make yourself useful. Be ready. We have the building. Listen here. We will infest this land. Keep moving. Come on, move it. Keep moving. The spider's nest is ready. He's watching us. We dug out a new fissure. Bow before me, vermin. Over there. Come on, Scorpion, go. Ride. Wild wolves. Over there. Be careful. We will take it. We've expanded the spider pit. The fissure has been expanded. We will swallow into the building. Bow before me, vermin. Back to the camp. We're under attack. Charge! What? That one's finished. You know what to do. What else is there to build? Build! Get ready, goblins! Come on, Scorpion, we've expanded the spider pit! We've expanded the treasure trove! The fissure has been expanded! Another building all finished up! Your king speaks! Bow before me, vermin! We're done with this one! We will infest this land! Your king speaks! We will swallow them! You'll do as you're told! this land. Over there. Keep moving. Get. Go now. Go. Expanding the treasures. You do as you're told.
With haste!
Protect me! Submit to the king! Back here now! Listen here! Scavenged up some more beast! They're attacking us! We will infest this land! There they are! Get over here! You'll do as you're told. Take the tools that the banner carriers are here. There will be no slacking here. Make yourself useful. You'll do what you're told. The flaming arrows are ready. Workers! Build! The building is ready for master. Workers! A new giant has risen. They may be near. We're done with this one. A new giant has risen. All right, spider riders, make some room. A new giant has risen. All right, spider riders, make some room. Get ready. They're restless. All right, spider riders, make some room. A new giant has risen. The enemy! Get them away from the mine! We have the forged blades. Strap in, goblins! Trolls! All right, spider riders, make some room! Line up! Your king must smell the enemy. Too slow. They're restless. Move them right. Champion over here. surrounding fortresses. The fury of Mount Doom has risen. The reign of fire spell is within reach. Some room. We will swarm over them. A new giant has risen. Your king speaks. Get ready. It's an attack.
Rivendell is our last hope. It must not fall.
The Elf Queen must die. A new giant has risen. The spider riders
I will help you protect Rivendell for you.
attacking us. Come to your king, goblins! Here, spider riders, make some room.
Wash away this evil.
The Mordor reinforcements are here!
Aragorn, fight beside me. Sauron's warriors stand triumphant.
Sauron's reign over the northern lands is unopposed, as the leaders of the free people are no more. Darkness now falls upon all of Middle-earth.
So now that I've completed my speedrun, it's time to test how it fares against the rest of the speedruns that I, yet again, have not viewed yet. So I went on speedrun.com and pulled up the Battle for Middle-earth 2 events for the Easy Evil campaign. And including me, there are only 6 runners, so not a lot of competition. And I am number 4. I guess it's not bad for doing it by myself. And I might consider doing this again after doing some R&D of the individual level speedruns and the complete speedruns to see if I could get higher in the list. But regardless, I had fun, and using the rules set in speedrun.com, I ended up with an in-game time of 1 hour 17 minutes and 23 seconds and a complete time of 1 hour 27 minutes and 16 seconds. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time, viewers.